Okay, first off, NaNoWriMo, Adam, yeah, I have discussed this with you, so there's no point in me saying this in the video, but yes, I will be doing it in December with you.
Yay!
Yeah, and the manga is just a glorified comic book, basically. So I'm not going to be reading the Heroes one anytime soon.
The Heroes one's a graphic novel, not a manga.
Whatever, it's the same thing. It's
It's
just a
not.
really big Beano. And then, yeah, I didn't answer Carla's question from the week before this one, from last week. Sleep with friends, it's a stupid question. Why did you even ask for that? Because why should there be any problem with it? I mean, there's two people in the bed. It takes two to tango. And as for Daniel's response to that question, I mean, just don't even bother taking that into account, because, you know, this is coming from a man who is lost so far back in time, he still thinks the world is flat. Alright, and as for your question about anger, I don't know how I deal with anger really. Ezra, how do I deal with anger? Blog, yeah, the blog sounds pretty good, sounds like a good idea. It would be useful for putting all the stuff that I have to cut out of my videos, like I'm going to have to do with this one. And it would save me doing two, like some people do. On to Carla. Yeah, energetic videos. Why can't our videos be energetic? There's nothing wrong with a few jazz hands here and there. And I won't change who I am. Don't worry, Carla. I won't be corrupted by Daniel's monotonous influence. Salmon on a Rubik's Cube. That when I speak, I sometimes think of weird little analogies in my head, and most of the time they turn out crap. But the other day I was describing to someone what I'm like about my choice of options. Like I changed from ancient history to Italian to drama to sociology to blah 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 blah. And I described it as like flipping and flopping more times than a salmon on a Rubik's Cube, and that is basically where it came about, and that's why it was relevant to that video. And I don't really blame you for not remembering much of my last video, because it was pretty bad. Yeah, and what isn't wrong with Hellboy? Yeah, and when you described XR, it was you know, just a list of facts. Daniel did the same thing actually. I mean, what is XR? If you could think of one word to describe XR, what would you say? Ah, right. And I don't care about hills. Okay, on to Daniel. Yes, I have to say I agree with Carl. Your video was boring last week, except for the bit that you were shouting at me, and that only makes me wonder how you could have made such intelligent friends. And I also did say that The Quantum of Solace was a good film, but for some reason you decided not to mention my name along with Adam's. Being a bit spiteful, maybe? And yeah, there have been black presidents of other countries, but the principle is that those countries are probably Africa. So the whole importance of it and the whole relevance of it is completely skewed, because black people were not slaves in Africa, they were slaves in America, and that is why it is so important now. So when you say total ignorance on my behalf, just look in the mirror and think about what you're saying before you say stuff. I am looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, so looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing Carla as well, because I understand that she will also be there, I wonder why. Yes, and the moon landing was so fake. I mean, come on, the lights in the visor and the wavy flag. Okay, and as for your radio question, I don't really listen to the radio. It comes on in the morning every now and then when the alarm clock decides to work, but otherwise it just doesn't. And even when it does, it always switches stations, so I'm always listening to some kind of shit like opera or Queen. Ugh, who likes Queen? I mean, they're so... What is Bohemian Rhapsody about? It's just a random assortment of words, and with a rubbish tune. Oh, and don't get me started on Don't Stop Me Now. Yes, please stop you now. That's all I have for Daniel. That's all I have, Daniel. Where's the substance of your videos these days? I'm disappointed in you. I can't even find any more points to criticise and piss you off about. Okay, this is Ezra. You may have met her before. She is my first cameo person of the day.
Your first?
Yeah, I come to comment after.
God, you're using that thing.
That's just me.
Hey guys. And hopefully you do remember me. If you don't, I'll be pretty upset.
Okay, Ezra, so what do you think about Exeter since you went there?
Oh my god. Well, Carl, at first, ignore Owen. Well done with the description. Even though you said you were bad, that wasn't that bad. That was a pretty accurate description.
I'm
But
just going to cut this bit out, you do realise.
yeah, no, you're not allowed to. That's just mean. Yeah, Exeter's not a place that I think I'm going to go, I'm afraid. It's just not
Is it
for
because
me.
it's shit?
No, it's my course.
Because it's shit, isn't it?
Since when does psychology include bird watching? I mean, we go away for a weekend to watch birds?
Psychology extends to more than just the human mind.
I thought that interested me, but no, it actually doesn't.
thought
I
bird
thought
Because-
bird watching was interesting.
No, it's just so random. And you talk about Freud. You're not supposed to do Freud in psychology. Not any.
Isn't he like a founding father of psychology?
It's psychoanalysis. We don't do psychoanalysis.
Well,
Don't you want to be a clinical psychologist?
Yes.
Isn't psychoanalyzing all they do?
But the guy I'd done the tour with, there was some random guy from Dublin.
what's wrong with Dublin? See,
No.
that's just no, now you're being racist.
He
Are
done
they too
my
drunk for
head
you,
in.
Ezra?
But it was a lovely campus, and the fact that they had that sports centre was amazing.
You don't do sports.
Well, I did
Ping
until
pong doesn't count.
until I started going out with you. I used to do basketball, table tennis, swimming, and district sports. How do you feel?
What exactly does district sports encompass?
Shot put and javelin.
So nothing worthwhile.
Sorry, now I've just got an image of you as Miss Trunchbull.
You know what? I can actually dress up as Trunchbull if you really want me to.
I'm proud of you, Venture Anger.
No, last time I got angry was, well, really proper angry, was in year 11, where I shouted at Mark Lingle using my finger
You,
and
shout-
pointing at him.
you shouted him with your finger.
I shouted at
Mark,
him.
how dare you? Can you point it at him?
And yes, and this was during the school play, so we had since the
What,
whole
while you were on
husband and wife
stage,
thing.
or?
No, this was during rehearsals. The whole he was my husband, so we had a little tiff problem there.
Damn right, women shouldn't stand up to their husbands. I agree entirely with you, Ezra.
And you're
Anyway,
the one
carrying
that,
on.
And you're the one that's underneath.
What? No, because I'm the man. Oh, I get it now.
Well, I don't know.
Cut.
Yes,
No, I think this should be left in. This is interesting.
you'll get so many views. You get loads of views.
For having porn?
Well, yes, basically.
You wanna know what you watch on YouTube?
Me?
Oh.
Oh my god. But I got a 50% discount off a Christmas tree due to my amazing people skills. Huzzah.
Okay, have you got anything else to talk about?
As if you don't,
how's Ted
shut
Girl
the
going?
fuck up.
Oh my god, no, don't ask me about that.
No, go on. Briefly, sum it up. Sum it up in one word.
Head girl, load of bollocks!
Okay, so I failed my driving test today for not looking over my shoulder when I was pulling out. Yeah, but that was pretty much my only fault, so just do it again. It's a nice 170 quid down the drain. Yeah, so about the race card, I think that it's still very much, very present at the moment in society, because not so much like on a one-to-one basis, but if it's in the workplace, and particularly between employees, it has to be taken very seriously, even when they're clearly in the wrong, because we all know a mutual friend who shall remain unnamed, who got suspended from work because someone played the race card even though he was the one stealing the money. Next week's subject of conversation is baby P. Yeah, so it's still quite a serious issue.
Can I just say one thing? More importantly, I just reached the centre of the galaxy on Spore.
Crush my spleen all you want.
No, I'm doing.
That sounds like Don't Talk to Me.